Hello friend, how is it going? Welcome back to Toyota Maintenance YouTube channel. And I've got here today this cute little 2002 Toyota Corolla. It's here for simple engine oil change. So if you want to see how it's done, stay with me in this video. This is that 4-cylinder 1ZZFE, and this one, it's interesting to me how much space is everywhere to work on it, right? This is wonderful. It's a simple car that will be really easy to work on it. So let's get started. And I always start with cracking open this filler cap, right? This is nice one. It nicely even tells that we need a 5W30 conventional oil for it. So I just crack it open, let it sit here, and I slightly pull the dipstick out. And after carefully lifting the vehicle up, I can nicely show you that engine oil pan drain plug and also the location of the engine oil filter. So let's get that old dirty oil out. I have my catch pan right here, and everybody knows, right, these drain plugs are 14 millimeter, so I will just break it loose and start removing that drain plug. This one was nicely tight, it wasn't over tight, which is great. And here we go. I'm not sure if there is a washer, crusher washer. It's supposed to be there. It's definitely not a Toyota one there. I will find out, but here you go. You can see that oil coming out, and I can report to you that somebody did throw away that crusher washer and didn't bother to replace it. Sometimes you might think that it wasn't there because it's sticking to the pan, but if you look on the detail, in this case it's completely missing. And this is what I mean with that crusher washer. This is the original Toyota, right? And that was supposed to be like that on this drain bolt, right? So it seals and there's no leak. So we will be putting it back this way. And on this engine, the drain is located very close to the filter, right? So I can use this one pan, only catching pan, and remove it and let it drip in the same time. Now, it's question, how did the previous tech, if it's not over tight, let's see if they did a good job. And I can remove it by the hand only, and yes, they did. I can spin it like 5 times, and you see the oil coming out. That's coming from that oil filter. I'm leaving it there until it also that will drain, and then I will continue with completely removing that filter. And when it's dripping, right, while I'm waiting, that gives me chance to spend some time inspecting the vehicle. This is first time, I never saw this one. It's the first time coming to my shop. It looks like it stopped dripping right after a few minutes, so I can remove it and not make much mess. Here you go. It's always still some oil coming out, as you can see right now. So I will wait again a few more minutes. I will clean up and start installing new filter. I use the rack and clean everything inside. Here is a new filter, right? It's always good to lubricate this rubber gasket with a new oil, right? So it's good when you are putting it on. It will nicely be seated on that housing, and you don't have to even look there. You just can put it up there, catch the thread carefully, right? And start screwing it in. Now you will do this by the hand only, right? You are not using any wrenches, and by the hand only, nice and tight. But that's it, don't use any tools for this. And the filter will stay there, you don't need to worry that it will fall off, it's perfect. That means I'm ready to install the drain plug with that new Toyota crusher washer, right, the blue one. So I will screw it in by the hand, right, carefully again, make sure the thread is correctly. And now you can use the torque wrench if you want. It will be 40 Newton meters, or I have a torque wrench built in my hand, right? I'm using a smaller ratchet to feel the drain bolt correctly. You don't want to over tight it and strip, right, the thread in the pan. So carefully, this is it. I know this is correct, and the bolt has no chance to fall off. Also, I know that it's correctly installed and it will be not dripping any engine oil. I can lower the vehicle and continue up there in the engine bay. Up here I continue with using my special Toyota funnel, right? This one nicely screws in so that absolutely minimize any possible spills. And I will start pouring the oil. This is conventional oil. We already said it needs 5W30. I have a Napa here, right? That's a really good product. I can use that. And we know, right, this is 1ZZFE. This engine needs 4 quarts, right? So I will easily pour 4 quarts. Some of them need 4.2. So I will start with pouring 4 and then I will start measuring the level of the engine oil using dipstick. If you work on your own Toyotas, I highly recommend you today, and I did that in the past video also, this funnel, right? You can even see what you are pouring. This is totally awesome product. If you do all your oil changes, invest in it, because this is really priceless tool. As you can see, I can rest this can here, right, to completely drain it. It's not going to fall off or anything. So this is a great tool. So far I have poured 4 quarts of the engine oil. So let's see how much oil I have in the pan. It is the dry dipstick, right? It has a lower, these 2 dots, right? Lower and high marks. This is the top and the bottom, and I am like 4 millimeters above the top, so it's right here, which is, as you know, perfect, because when I will start up the engine and the oil will move through the entire engine, the level will go slightly low. So we know this engine perfectly took 4 quarts of the engine oil. I can remove this funnel, right? The dipstick is already in the place. I can close this, and I'm ready to go in the cabin and start up the engine. On that first startup after oil change, it's always good to observe the warning light for the oil pressure, which is right there, right? When you start it, the engine, it should go off pretty soon after a few seconds, ideally. So let's see. Boom, did you see that? It took like 1 second or 1.5 seconds. So now it's good to let it run for, let's say, 1 minute, right? Make sure you are in good ventilated area. And also, it's a good time to come immediately and visually check that nothing is leaking right here and nothing is leaking underneath the vehicle. And after that, approximately 1 minute of running, I will always go ahead, shut it off, and if I want recheck and make sure that the level of the oil is perfect, I have to wait, right, at least 5 minutes in order for the oil go back to the pan and take the final measurement using this dipstick. Other than that, I'm done. And that was just simple video for you guys, right, from my shop, for this channel, for Toyota Maintenance channel. Please make sure you are subscribed, because I have a lot of videos coming your way very soon. Thank you for watching and have a great day.